Good morning, dear students. Welcome to my YouTube channel of English Literature BA classes. Today, we will discuss poetic drama and theatre of the absurd prescribed for BA second year. Earlier to this topic, we discussed Victorian poetry and modern poetry. Today, we will discuss first of all poetic drama. What is poetic drama? Poetic drama is a term used to categorize plays written completely or mainly in verse. In simple terms, we can say poetic drama means the plays which are written completely or mainly in verse form. Verse form means using the poetic language. They appear to be poetry, but they have dramatic characteristics. Poetic drama term and the genre itself originated in the Elizabethan period but could not gain momentum or popularity because of it being too realistic. Though it originated in the Elizabethan period, but it did not become so popular simply because of being much realistic. Means it showed realistic situations more than imagined. It includes tragedies as well as comedies. This form was again revived in the 20th century by T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot's poetic dramas are considered a landmark in the history of poetic dramas. His major works in this genre are The Murder in the Cathedral, Cocktail Party, and The Family Reunion. Dear students, these are the most famous and the major poetic dramas composed by the great critic and poet of 20th century of the modern age, T.S. Eliot. The Murder in the Cathedral, Cocktail Party, and The Family Reunion. Other prominent practitioners of this genre are W. H. Auden, J. M. Synge, and W. B. Yeats. Yeats' finest work falling under this category is The Countess Kathleen. Synge plays Riders to the Sea and The Shadow of the Bikaner. Wonderful poetic dramas. The characteristic features of poetic drama are its peculiar poetic diction, commonplace language, technicality, and art of speaking. Poetic drama, they are called as poetic drama simply because they have a peculiar poetic diction. Diction means the selection of words that are used in writing poetry or drama and any of the writing, the words that are used, they are called as diction. So poetic diction is used in drama. Commonplace language is quite simple, of the common people, and art of speaking, and the way in poetry, the way the dialogues are delivered, they are in a dramatic form. That's why it is called as poetic drama. So it's a kind of amalgamation or a mixture of poetry and drama. both the features, means it is written in poetic form, but dramatic features are included. That's why it is called as poetic drama. Poetry plus drama, both are mixed. Next term is, that is theater of the absurd. Theater of the absurd or absurdist was coined means uh, originally given by or created by theater critic Martin Eslin. Martin Eslin is the most important name in this genre to categorize the plays of a number of European and American dramatists of the 1950s and the 1960s. Martin Eslin remarked that these plays were illustrative of a philosophy by Albert Camus, which featured in his essay Les Mythes de Sisyphe, published in 1942. This philosophy, popularly known as notion of absurd, says that life has no inherent meaning. So, absurd simply means life is meaningless. Simple terms we can say life is meaningless, means there is no inherent meaning in life. This dramatic form emphasizes the absurdity of human existence by employing or using disjointed, repetitious, and meaningless dialogues, incomprehensible behavior, situations of loss, purposelessness, confusion, and bewilderment, and plots that lack realistic or logical development. Theatre of Absurd was born as a reaction to the realism movement in the theatre. Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot in 1954 is a classic work of absurdist theatre, which revives some of the conventions of clowning and farce to represent the purposeless actions and the paralysis of human aspirations. So, other dramatists who practiced this philosophical notion are Eugene Ionesco, Arthur Adamov, and Jeremy Jeanette, whose works evoke the absurd by abandoning logical form, character, and dialogue together with realistic illusion. The later additions to this school of thought are British playwright Harold Pinter, Tom Steppard, Edward Albee, and Jean Tardieu. Let's discuss some of the characteristics of the theater of absurd. Why they are absurd? Absurd means something that is meaningless. They are absurd simply because the dramatic form, it gives emphasis on the absurdity of human existence by using disjointed, repetitious, meaningless dialogues. Means there is no meaning in the dialogues of the characters. They are hopeless, they are hapless, they are purposeless, they are incomprehensible. Situations of loss are presented, purposelessness, confusion, and total bewilderment, and plots that lack realistic and logical development. Dear students, basically the theater of absurd developed or emerged just after the Second World War was over. Second World War left the world in havoc, complete destruction. and people got disillusioned. All the illusions were wiped out simply because human life became meaningless, because human beings were devalued, human life was devalued. People were very much hell-bent on killing each other. Millions of people were killed and wiped out from this earth. So, in the wake of Second World War, such type of absurdist plays developed rapidly, expressing prominently the meaninglessness, purposelessness of human life. And the basic and the most classic example is of Thomas Beckett's Waiting for Godot. Sorry, Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot in 1954, where the characters they wait for nothing, but even then they are waiting, though they don't know about what they're waiting, but they keep waiting. So life becomes meaningless, monotonous, uninteresting, hopeless, and disappointed. Means they become these plays express the reality of life. That's all for today, and tomorrow we will discuss the literary terms prescribed in your syllabus. Thank you. Have a nice day.